What up, my peeps? How you guys doing today? Cal Hong?
Yeah.
Simon, what's going on, man?
Oh, Simon's here.
Welcome, everybody. For anybody that's on YouTube, which is probably not many people because YouTube reach sucks. How is everyone?
Zombie says, guess who's here? Zombie Doll's here.
Zombie Doll, aka Ember, how you doing? Christy, good to see you. Simon, what up? Mo Prophet, Nautica, Alejandro, Fernandez, Jen, Shazer. Shazer? I'm going to say Shazer. Yeah. Hello, Christy. Good to see you. We are probably better than we deserve. You'll have to excuse Father Demori. I shoved a sock in his mouth so he can't talk.
Oh, you're very funny.
Your mom's very funny. Oh, not
Yeah.
really. Oh, Simon got it. Look, Mom.
Right.
Mr. Ron Tidmarsh. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Welcome, everybody. How you guys doing? Boy, look at that lag on YouTube.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? Welcome, my peeps. So guys, this is still kind of, we want to do this according to a regular schedule, but everybody now has really intense personal schedules, and we're trying to cobble this together on kind of as we can. So we may be a little late from time to time. There may be a live stream that we're not able to make happen.
Thank you for the roses, Zombie Doll. And Simon had a request. It says, a bit of a request. Can we just give Christy a virtual hug, please?
Absolutely. You feel that, Christy? Squeezing ya? Squeezing ya?
Hello, Sheila.
How you doing, Sheila? Good to see you today. Hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon. But guys, yeah, just please bear with us. There's more we want to reveal, but we've got a lot of schedules to coordinate, and yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Get her done, boys.
Get a hold of us, boy. Huh. Right?
Dollface, okay, to me you'll always be Dollface Witchy, but it's Dollface Witchery now, which is actually pretty appropriate, I think. How are you doing, Dollface? Good to see you, my dear. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Yes, just playing bowling with my kids. Ooh, that's fun. Gosh, I haven't done that in multiple decades. Damian Priest. Is that your name? Is that a comic book you're reading?
It says Random Cats. It says, what's up, Damian Priest? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Damian Priest is.
You see what Mr. Driscoll wrote? It says, don't tempt me, I'll call during stream. Oh, check it.
Read it.
It says, now that's the WWE wrestler next to you. The Damian Priest comment. I'll take it. Julie Bow, we are both doing well as far as I can tell. We both just kind of rolled out of bed a few hours ago and got over here and got everything fired up. So hopefully you're doing well as well.
And got your stuff sent off to you, Julie, so be on the lookout for that. It usually takes, to get to the UK, it's taken as long as 3+ weeks, but just be patient, it is on its way. She has the tattoo.
Oh, right on. Hey, so there's a conversation starting question. Random writes, there's a ghost in my house. Do you believe in ghosts? Ever since I was young, I've been steeped in myth because I traveled from here in Salt Lake, which is has its own minor folklore mythos around these parts, and then I was born in Oakland, California, so that's a whole nother culture there. And then and then I flew to Hawaii every summer to see my grandparents and my uncles and aunts and stuff. And in Hawaii, they have all sorts of ghost stories. The akua, the mini-hoonies, which are the little people that make you deaf and dumb if you harshly speak to them while they're humming while they're working at night.
Well, that's a little messed up.
Oh yeah, they are kind-ish.
What if you're already deaf and dumb?
Well, then I guess maybe they could make you be able to speak and hear. What were you gonna say?
Erectile dysfunction, maybe?
Well, hey, so anybody that can mess with your biology as far as mythical creatures go, yeah, don't upset them. You're supposed to leave offerings. Long story short, yes, I've had a healthy belief that I don't think our science can explain everything. Does that mean myth explains everything? No, not. I think the truth is somewhere in between. So yeah, I'm very open-minded to the idea of spirits, the Fae, the Tengu from Japan, all that stuff. I studied it all over the world, all the cultures of the world, and try and get bits and pieces more as I can, day by day. So yes.
Tengu, the demonic myth side of the ninja.
Yep.
Did you guys know that Revenge of the Ninja, while it was framed to be taking place in New York City, was actually filmed right here? And the hobo that took the shuriken to the eyeball and fell into the fountain, that's on the southeast corner of State Street and 2nd South.
Just a few blocks from here.
Yep. Is them's cyber enhancements in your eye or sup?
Yes and yes.
Dollface, I'm good. Yes, I think this name suits better because you're full of that witchery. That was cheesy as all hell. I'm sorry, and I feel bad. Sheila says, oh yeah, you... So yeah, I guess he's a wrestler. After about 1989, I don't know any other wrestlers.
I haven't caught that one, so I'll have to look now and see.
Simon, 33 days and counting. Cannot wait to see you guys for the 2nd annual I Bleed Mercury meetup. Oops. Zombie Doll, thank you for the likes. Thank you, everybody, for the likes. Yeah, I forgot about that. The chainsaw likes. These guys, they just tap that screen furiously, sending the love. And you guys are amazing. Glampires, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Very clever.
More like glampires. Strike a pose. Boy, that's... But you guys remember that, right? Vogue. Yeah, that's terrible. Julie Bell, I'm doing well. My beautiful's looking forward to my surprise coming soon. You're going to love it. I promise. Threw in a little something extra for you as well. Good afternoon to you, Bat Anonymous. Good to see you here, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hope you're living your best life. Which is tough. Life is a bitch, isn't it? Sometimes that jerk cuts you off on the freeway, the cop that gave you a ticket, the spouse, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the kids, traffic, potholes, construction, politics. Sometimes you get the awful phone call. I know we've both had a few of those. You gave me one of those phone calls many years ago.
Yes, I did. Good friend of ours.
But I believe that it is possible to live more or less a joyous life. And I hope for that for each and every one of you. Just trying to learn about cyber enhancements, such as those clearly added to your right eye, sir.
Yeah, well, everybody has their targeting side. I have mine, and it just happened to falls on that one.
Rand, there's a really cool website called Dangerous Things, dangerousthings.com, where you can actually purchase cybernetic upgrades, stick them in you, and get superhuman abilities.
And it's my left eye. You're right, but my left. But you're absolutely correct.
What's that?
Broken Halo.
Oh, welcome, Broken Halo. Good to see you. This screen
What
is so
kind of
jacked
mythical
up.
creatures? Geez, I don't know. Let's see. So I have a lot of favorites. I have a lot of favorite mythical stories. I mean, geez, we should just ask that. What are your guys' favorite mythical creatures and or spirits? If I had to pick, let's see. Gosh, there's so many. I'd have to say that in that part of the world, in the Mediterranean, there's a lot of different variants of these. I believe they're all the same creature explained by different cultures across there. There's the harpy, there's the siren, there's the sphinx, all, part woman, part animal or bird, you know what I mean, type of thing. And they all had powers to lure sailors from ships. They sometimes had wisdom beyond human beings to understand. That's why people ask them questions like oracles. And then if you displease them, some of them ate you. And they all, vary from culture to culture. But I think that little creature, that chameleon creature from culture to culture, the sphinx, the harpy, the siren, are all kind of vestiges of the same myth, and I enjoy that one a lot. So tell us what your favorite ones are.
Rand, I loved the movie Ghost, but it's been many years since I've seen it. Zombie Doll, thank you for the galaxy. Those look amazing on the screen. I would have to watch it again and see if it still lands for me. Oh, yep, gotta screen cap our friend here. Can't read the name. Didn't have the
Which one?
didn't have the spine to put a profile picture. This empty this empty pile of clothes here, both too old to be playing blah blah blah. Older than you realize. But we screen cap that. Guys, listen, if there's any haters, for those who are following us and supporting us, I am at a loss to find the words to even adequately scratch the surface of our gratitude for you. We couldn't do this without you. But for the haters, the trolls, please feel free to unleash all your bullshit, because we're screen capping this. Part of our plan is to monetize the haters. So we're going to use this for content in the future. So feel free to volunteer to be unpaid employees on the I Bleed Mercury roster. Yeah, I think I got that one too. Excellent, 2 for 1. Believe in some mythical creatures. I've been seeing shadows a lot in my house lately.
Oh, a lot of speculation on and experiences people have with the shadow people and sleep paralysis and all of that. Heard a bunch about that too. So yeah, that's an interesting phenomenon to me as well.
Michelle, good to see you in the live stream. It has been forever. This is the second one since we started up again. Tammy, what's going on, my dear? Congratulations on all of that bullshit that you had to wade through. And I could not be happier for you that it turned out. Hi, Kathleen. Random, thank you for the follow. Onyx Raven, welcome to the live stream. Mod Boss Chick Extraordinaire.
There's a common request right there from Mr. Atwood. More music, please.
It's coming. We are working feverishly.
Yep.
See all that mess? Yeah. It's coming, I promise. We've got a lot for you as well. All right, we're probably pretty far behind on comments.
Oh my God, yep.
Power scroll activated. Guys, if we miss a comment or a question, please bear with us. We're trying to get to everyone.
So long.
You like it? Had someone tell me they wanted to play with my hair last night. Thank you, Venomous Lucrezia. I love saying that. I love saying your name. House is over 200 years old. Whoa.
Yep.
Imagine living in a house that's over 2 centuries old.
Some definite history there.
My son have both been shadow people, seen shadow people. Katie, how are you doing, my dear? Glad you can make it to the live stream. Welcome, my dear. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Sleep paralysis is no fun. When I was very young, a very long time ago, I had a problem with recurring nightmares, and I eventually learned how to control my dreams, and when that happened, the nightmare stopped. I have since forgotten how to do it. I'll tell that story one of these days. It's moderately interesting. Philip Shields, how are the rest of us supposed to get any chicks?
What do you advise?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what he's implying, but
Yeah, I don't.
love to help you.
I don't understand the question, Philip. I'm sorry.
No, that sleep paralysis thing. I had a phenomenon that was a little similar. Every time I'd go to bed, it wasn't the paralysis. It was more of like a sensation. So every time I drift off to sleep, not every time. Once in a while, I drift off to sleep, and as soon as I'm going into a deep sleep, I get the sensation of being pulled down into a pit, like I had fallen off a cliff up and sucked down into one.
You're going to hell.
Yeah, and the minute I came to or pulled out of that sleep-like feeling, it felt like I landed on the bed. So pulled through the bed, landed on the bed, and my heart would be racing. I'd have adrenaline coursing through my veins, overdose, bad. Sleep phenomena is a funny thing. When you drift off, your mind does tend to play tricks on you.
Shade, how's it going? Yeah, it has been a while. Like, geez, 3 months. We're back in the saddle, though. Kentucky in the house. So many moons ago, my family emigrated from Wales to Kentucky. They're a bunch of hillbillies up over yonder. Hooey, good night. I tell you what. That was probably a mishmash of all sorts of accents there. Frying Fatums. Make sure you get those lips in the screen grab. How was that for you?
Yikes.
That is deserving of a screenshot. All of you trolls will be immortalized as unpaid employees for future content. Unpaid content creators. I love that business model. You help us provide content and we don't pay you. With my choice of words, I can deal with the haters. I have to be Christy, thank you for the fireworks. Awesome. I have to be careful. I have to kind of we have to deal with haters and trolls with the velvet glove.
No.
Because they get offended and they run to TikTok and then we end up catching a ban. Which is funny, really, when you think about it. Venomous, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, thank you. We are back according to a regular schedule now, Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. However, we will not be live streaming tomorrow because we are convening here in the lair for planning and strategizing and such. But after tomorrow, we're on a weekly Saturday, Sunday schedule. Do you have something you wanted to?
Oh, just like Amy89 right there says, leave haters. You know, it's funny. We can't even address them because, like you say, we might get banned.
Yeah.
But, you know, very brave of you fellas to attack somebody with their hands tied behind their back, just saying.
Yeah. Well, that's what the trolls do.
Yeah.
You know, and guys, you've heard me say this before. If somebody's on TikTok or really anywhere on the internet, it doesn't matter the platform, and you're jumping into live streams to troll people with words, which wounds us so deeply. Oh, I can't go on. Hold
You'll
me.
make it. I think you'll make it.
Hold me.
I think
Please
no.
comfort. Hold
no.
me.
No.
So if that's what you're doing that because you don't have access to some of the beautiful things in the world.
And that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad, actually.
Little bit of bump and grind, maybe you don't have that going on in your life. Even eating a taco is, to me, more fulfilling than.
I saw a saying one time on a whiteboard, and it was pretty profound to me. And I try to be a kinder person to anybody, even people that are slinging arrows. But it was a phrase, and I'm paraphrasing the phrase, but it was really good, well written. It said, "Those who are in the most pain inflict the most hurt." And I think that's a true statement. So, if someone's going to hate, one of my first reactions is to kind of just feel, gosh, that's that poor bastard.
Indeed. I have nothing to add. You hit the nail on the head. So guys, if you're showing up for the first time, you're wondering, what the hell is going on here? I am DL Mercury, guitar player and vocalist for industrial cyber metal band I Bleed Mercury out of Salt Lake City. That's in Utah, in the United States of America. Sitting next to me is my partner in crime and dear friend of many decades now, Father DeMori on drums. If you're into bands and artists like Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Static X, Rammstein, Sisters of Mercy, Gary Newman, and a little David Bowie, just for good measure, you're probably going to love I Bleed Mercury. You can check us out on all of the streaming platforms. You know what they are. Check out our YouTube channel. Go type I Bleed Mercury Official into the search bar. Go ahead and subscribe, and I think that's it. Station identification complete. Ooh,
the Phoenix, yeah.
Onyx, the Jabberwocky.
Oh, an old English folk myth.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son.
Yeah.
And the Frumulus Bandersnatch.
Yep. The way that poem is always recited is just mythically creepy in itself, especially if it's done from the original Old English version, and you can't completely understand it. It just has this guttural, very bestial sound to it.
That's a good point. I wasn't even thinking of that. Old English poetry in general has just got a very grim
Oh yeah.
vibe. Julie Bow, if I had to pick another, I mean, vanilla's good. I know it's kind of plain Jane, but chocolate is hard to beat.
Coffee. Ice
Coffee,
cream. I love,
ooh, yeah,
I love
yeah.
coffee ice cream.
Seen The Dark Tourist on Netflix?
No. Please, someone elaborate if they can elaborate, or I'll look it up myself. But very intriguing title. The cat ignores me. It's a cat. They do that on occasion, and then they come around and love you to death for no reason, right?
Amy, we are indeed brothers.
The genetics are a little off, but yes.
Thank you for the hearts. The genetics are off. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Ask a scientist, man. I mean, I don't make the rules.
What are you saying?
I'm not contradicting you. I'm just explaining.
You saying I got problems?
Nope.
There's nothing to it, Vogue.
Oh.
Lord, I hated that song when it came out. Not gonna lie. But you know, Madonna had actually a lot of great music in the '80s, well written. I would imagine she did not write the music.
Spanish Lullaby, if I had to pick a Madonna song.
That is a good one.
If that's what it's called. Oh man, I'm not be remembering that right, but
And now I'm thinking of Spanish Eyes that Mike Patton did.
oh.
Power scroll activated, guys. If I missed any comments, please forgive. We're trying to get to error 1. Everybody. Katie, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
He's gonna flamethrower it over here too again. Fire extinguisher, yep. So thick it's almost antiquing.
Have you seen The Black Phone on Netflix? No, but I want to. Ethan Hawke is in it, right? He actually plays a bad guy.
Good actor.
Yeah. You look like Johnny Depp would hang out with. I would love to hang out with Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Awesome actor, just an amazing artist in general. Fun fact, his first movie was Nightmare on Elm Street. Played the role of Glenn.
Oh.
And his roommate, who gave him a ride to the audition for that role, was Jackie Earle Haley, who played Freddy Krueger in the reboot. Puffing on banana vape at the moment. I'm not a huge fan of banana. It's one of those flavors that just really slaps you in the face. You know, like cinnamon or mint. Mint, you know, every time, mint. It's like, okay, I get it.
Is that
Calm
what it
down,
says?
calm
Is
down.
that what mint smoke sounds like?
Yeah, it reverberates in my head. Mint. Okay, all right. Whatever you say, man.
Mint's a bully, you're saying, huh?
It is.
Oh boy.
It grabs you and rips your clothes off and has its way
Troll-
with
it's a
you,
troll
and then leaves you and doesn't call you back. Boy, I don't know where that came from. Not speaking from personal experience, right?
Wow.
Yesenia, good to see you. How have you been, my dear? Sorry,
No, you're good, brother.
what was that? What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say it sounded authentic to me, but the moment's passed. So
Oh, sorry.
it's okay. This is we got some high speed comments coming, so we gotta kinda tackle some of these.
High-speed dirt. Jessica Lynn, welcome. Good to see you here. Black Phone, we should watch that together.
I'm game.
It has been
Are you metalheads?
highly regarded.
I would say that we have earned our
That's-
metal cards over the years.
That's from Jessica Lynn.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. I'm also part rivet head too, so you know, I mean, I like that industrial stuff. A lot.
We have both played in various death metal bands. I've gone as far as to have once played in a black metal band, Pazatsu it was. Ben and Jerry, Cherry Garcia.
Oh, ice cream flavor.
Uh-huh.
Ring it in there.
Cherry's a good flavor. It can be a little strong when it's done right. It's really good. There was a place here in Salt Lake City called Last Course. They're gone. They went out of business, unfortunately. But
That's an awesome name, though.
yeah, yeah. And they had all manner of unusual ice cream flavors like honey apple, mint, all made from, like, they're not artificial flavors. They were actually pulled from the plant or the fruit. What was another one? Rosemary and honey. But the one I loved most, and it was the most amazing ice cream flavor I've ever had, was jalapeno berry. No shit, and it was amazing.
Oh, that reminds me. If we're talking ice cream type desserts, I still have to take you to get a frozen chocolate custard.
Yeah. Up on
I
was
have
it 39th and
Yeah, I like my coffee ice cream, but there's nothing to me that can replace a good chocolate custard, frozen custard. All the other stuff, frozen yogurt, all that stuff pales in comparison. It's not as healthy, but that's why it's so good for you.
I think these days our metabolisms are we'll be able to indulge.
Oh yeah.
Katie, thank you so much, my dear. You are amazing.
Good to meet you, Katie. Nice to get to know you too.
Yes, Yesenia Nunez from Texas. Glad to have you back, my dear. We are taking a break from the live stream tomorrow to get some planning and logistics in order, but next week it's Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The jazz hands. Somebody demonstrate the jazz hands.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't. That's always kind of a psychological, fascinating phenomenon to me. I don't know where that came from, how that became a thing. I want to meet the person who thought that was a good idea in the first place, and just kind of like have a conversation with them.
Bat Anonymous, it's good to see Father more interactive this week. Well, I kicked him in the balls a whole bunch of times last week before the live stream, so he was
Threat doesn't work on me. Don't listen to this guy. Threat does not work on me.
He was a little reserved.
I was a little polite, maybe. That's how I want to think of it. So, and not to be impolite this week, but I wanted to get to know you guys before I start popping off at the mouth.
It's the Rammstein for me. Gosh, people are really jumping on Till for the latest drama. You know, you'd think that people could wait until all of the facts are present, but everybody's got to indulge their inner closet sadist and jump on the guy.
Who are they jumping on?
A dusting of Bowie, a
Yeah.
pizzazz of Bowie.
Right.
So just, I'll peep you on it after the live stream, but just latest bullshit controversy regarding Till Lindemann and maybe improprieties that happened. And
Oh. Okay.
but that's what people love to do, you know.
We killed the trolls with kindness till they leave. Well said, Christy. Well said.
Miserable people trying to make other people miserable. Exactly so.
They feel less alone that way. Sad but true.
Yeah, Till is the man. Somebody, this has been ages ago, somebody came in the live stream and called me a cut rate Till Lindemann. And that actually sparked a lyric in my head. It was like, we'll have to use this if it's not too terribly cheesy. Maybe it is, I don't know. I'm a bargain bin Maryland cut rate Lindemann.
Yeah.
Kind of
We can
embrace the...
we can work something on, yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah. Simon, I'm sure the council can host a public VC to cover for the live stream. That is an option, absolutely. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, just so I can't go into the full story here, but there was a guy I knew that had got caught telling a lie about why he had flipped out in public, let's say, and to protect the innocent, I'll gloss over some of the details. And the details aren't important; they make the story better. But what's important is, you know, it kind of applies to this whole troll thing. This guy in public was calling this guy out on his bullshit. Now the guy did lie, but he was doing it to protect himself because the truth was kind of painful. And the guy that was trolling him, we'll say in public, was saying, "Hey, tell him really why you did that. Tell him why. Tell him why. Come on, you're embarrassed. Tell him why." And he's in public trying to ridicule this guy, and I'm feeling horrible for him because he's been caught in a lie. He knows that the partial truth that this guy's exposing right now, that he wants to rub his nose in, is just demanding, "Tell us why you did it. Tell us why you did it, man." And he just looks at the guy straight as an arrow in front of all of us and says, "I tell you like this, bro. Why the hell not?" Everybody busted up laughing. Everybody's like, "Hell yeah, man." And it didn't matter that, you know, I felt embarrassed for him. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes before he said that phrase, but after he said that phrase, washed it all away. Didn't matter what he did. What mattered is that he stuck up for himself. He stuck to his guns. He stood up to that, you know, bully that was trying to cause more pain than his actions already did, and sadistically punish him in public for it. So, you know, whenever anybody says, "Well, why you want to do that? Why do you want to do that?" You know, obviously having issue for whatever that is. Why do you want to do ... Just tell them. Tell you like this, man. Why the hell not? Shut them right up.
That's great. That is so beautiful. Because guess what, guys? Each and every one of you has a stinky closet. There is something that you have done in your life that you personally find shameful. But it feels good to hate. It feels good to attack somebody and feel like you're fighting on the side of some noble, righteous crusade or cause.
Yeah, and this guy didn't do anything wrong. He just did something human, you know, and got caught and tried to lie about it. You know, and like I said, I wish I could go in more detail because, you know, it's like I said, if it was my story, I'd give more detail. But the important thing is if someone ever tries to rub your nose in something that's just a human moment, whether you tripped, spilled coffee on yourself, had to go to work and had to wear the stain, you know what I mean? Those type of jerks that want to like, "Hey, ho, nice shirt." You know, just look at them and say, "Hey, man, it's not no fashion show and I ain't trying to impress you." So, you know, do your thing.
Got drunk and exposed yourself in public? No, I'm don't do that. Do not do that.
Whoa, Campbell, whoa.
That's
whoa.
bad.
Whoa.
Simon says, now licorice, that's where it's at. Amber just loves licorice. Okay, we can't be friends anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Licorice, when I think of, like, I imagine you're talking black licorice, is what I imagine if you added sugar to tar. Yesenia, by the way, Yesenia, thank you so much for the hearts, my dear. Do you like strawberry shortcake ice cream? Absolutely. Strawberries are amazing.
It does, licorice, black, it does have a little of a bite to it.
A little bit of gag reflex. A little bit of reverse peristalsis. Like I'm getting ready to sing in Technicolor. Black Phone was good. Yeah, everybody said Black Phone was great. Jesus Loves You. Indeed, He does. Was a good movie. Black Phone, yeah, I know I've got to watch it. A good friend of mine keeps harping on me to, like his last message over Instagram was like, "God damn it, DL, you need to watch Joker."
That was a good movie, actually, very psychologically accurate. For anybody who's ever had to go through any therapy, especially if they couldn't afford it, you know, his scene with the state social worker, man, I know a lot of people that went through that, and they nailed it. So,
Katie says, "Good job. They don't make onion flake. Yeah, as many of you who are regulars around these parts know, I cannot abide onions. Another horrible, terrible, bad, and generally ungood thing that people like to put in their face holes, but I find fucking repugnant. And mantos. Yes, it should be a punishable act to force me to look at your grody mantos in public. Keep that shit covered, guys. Your toes are right up there with your butt crack on the list of body parts I don't want to see.
So last person you want to hang out with is a plumber in sandals?
All right, that's it. I'm out. I am firing myself from I Bleed Mercury.
Be easier just to fire me, man.
Yesenia, great. Thank you, Ben. Great. Thank you. It's been a long time. Yeah, like 3 months. We had to kind of regroup and build a better launch pad for this thing. But good news is we have done that. And we plan to go really high and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's what rockets do, and we're like a rocket.
Good Lord.
Shit.
Let me bail you out here, buddy.
Thank you.
We need to power scroll down. Don't.
Bail out.
All right. Do you have? I mean, we're like painfully behind. I think.
Yeah.
If you want to go.
One last one. Miley says, "Why is he describing my love life?" Oh no. What is wrong with your love life? There should not be anything wrong with your love life. Julie Bow, there is program on Netflix.
And depending on which comment she's referring to, it could be something that's going well. Who knows why she said that?
Yes, Miley, of course, at your discretion, feel free to elaborate for clarity's sake. Vampire show on Netflix. Is that the new Vampire Chronicles? Interview with a vampire? I haven't seen it.
Oh my God. Katie just one up me. She writes, so DL wouldn't appreciate a man next to him in sandals eating onion flavored licorice. Just gotta grind that in there.
That gets the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Katie.
Bullseye. Well done.
Yeah.
Golf
If I
clap.
had a hat. Do you guys do rituals? Probably not in the way that you imagine, but
We have our routines, which are, ritual routine, same kind of deal. If you call rolling out of bed and face planting into a cup of coffee, that's a natural or everyday ritual for me.
Zombie doll, I hope I never see your death stare. Probably much better than mine. Mr. Todd Hedges, our good friend over at the Mako podcast. That's the Middle-Aged and Creeped Out podcast. Guys, if you're into the strange, the weird, ghost stories, hauntings, check out the Middle-Aged and Creeped Out podcast with Todd Hedges. He was gracious enough last year to have me on the show. Had a great time with them and Sean and the whole gang. What's up, DL and Father? Hope this day is well so far. So far, so good. Thank you, Todd, my friend. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Glad to have you pop in. Let's see. That is from Buzztown Movie Company. I bet everyone notices you guys now. You probably get lots of attention. You're so different. That's kind of humbling. I don't know if we get a lot of attention. Out in the world, I can only speak for myself, but I think it's kind of the same for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think we kind of tend to fly below the radar and just mind our own business. I can pretty well confidently say that if you were to run into me going about my business, it would probably be at night, and you would not, you wouldn't be able to pick me out from a lineup of 20 other guys.
Yeah.
And that's by design. I like to kind of move in the shadows quietly. So Deal wanted to,
I wrote
that was
that was the zinger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Katie, that gets a screenshot.
Katie's torpedo.
Yeah. Bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
Is it full moon yet? Is it Tamara or Tamara? Because I have known both, and I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Have to phonetically spell it for us.
Right. From Los Angeles, my former stomping grounds. I never thought I would say this, but there are things about LA I really miss. George Carlin once said that what LA lacks what New York has or had, which was a bonded, cultural, unified, sort of cohesive center. And that LA was like every man for himself. That's what I like about it. I was once walking down the street. Well, look, I won't regale you with any stories, but I like a city where I can come and go and fly under the radar. And, provided you don't do anything stupid, generally people won't bother you. And then there's the weather, the beach. But yes, Tamara or Tamara, I didn't realize it was the full moon.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
have
Happy
to
full moon.
check that out tonight. Tommy asks, what is the point of this live? Well, we are a band. I Bleed Mercury. I play guitar and vocals, do vocals for I Bleed Mercury. Cyber metal band out of Salt Lake City, Utah. This is Father DeMori,
Hello.
dear friend and comrade of mine of many decades now on drums. But we don't really do a whole lot of promotion here. People will ask about our music, of course, but this is really just to hang out and decompress after a rough week. This is for good friends to hang out around the campfire,
Yep.
as it were.
Cheers to the unloved and forgotten. Try and bolster each other up here a little bit.
That's a great, that's a better answer.
Thank you, Zombie Doll. Says, okay, I like Father DeMori's quick wit. Well, I'm
Yep.
glad you think I'm quick. I think I'm stuttering half the time, but that's awfully kind of you.
Dark Storm Vamp. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Dark Storm. We are immensely humbled by you guys' love and support, and we are working to the point of suffering to bring you guys more music and big plans for the future. And we couldn't do it without your support. And for that, we are eternally grateful, and we will never let you forget how grateful we are.
Yeah, we're working class musicians, so things take a little longer sometimes. If you want it done well. So hopefully we'll put enough time to make sure that what we get to you guys is worth your while.
My girl Juicy says, hello, darlings.
Oh, hello.
Hello, virtual Virgo, aka Juicy. How you doing, my dear? Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Let's see. I think you're about 2 hours ahead of us, so it's early evening around your parts. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Any plans for the night? God, I love the night. The night is my time. Katie says, I said it twice. Wasn't sure if you'd miss the first one about
Hey,
onions.
that's how you make sure a torpedo lands is you have multiple shots.
Yeah, I got it. Even the word makes me crinkle my nose. See? Onions. Ugh. My toes are actually cute. Christy, look, I don't really care if I get any flack for this. I really don't give a shit. Ultimately, and I hope it's the same for you guys, it's nice to have the backup of people who are trusted friends, people who are kind of on the same path. But by and large, I'm not too concerned about people's approval. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. There is a difference between man toes and lady toes. That's just the way it is. And lady toes, well, I mean, they're not always beautiful, but generally speaking, if I had to look at toes, I would rather gaze upon lady toes.
Agreed.
Sheila, good one, Father.
People are laughing. I know what they're laughing at.
Dead Girl. My girl Amethyst says Joker was a great movie and sad.
Yes, it was.
She is a sweetheart.
Tracks why she would have that opinion on that movie.
Katie says, imagine onion flavor vapes. Katie, why are you doing this to me?
The truth comes out, Zombie Doll. Says, I hate licorice. Simon is just a pain in the ass.
Ha! Well played, Simon. Well fucking played, sir. Katie, thank you for the blue hearts.
Look what Simon said. Up.
Up.
Yep, right there.
Demore, me and you are gonna.
I hope so. I hope I get to see you in July.
Yeah, he'll be here. Bo says, you look cool. I do, Father Demore does, or we both do. In either case,
It's got
thank
to
you,
be
Bo.
this guy. It's got to be this guy.
Oh, shit. Cat piss. How did that ever become a saying?
I don't know.
Thank you, Kevin. I shouldn't dignify your comment by referring to you by name, but another unpaid employee of I Bleed Mercury. So haters and trolls, feel free to post because we take...
What's wrong with you weirdos? Hey, man, if he's got an hour, I've got a list for him. But something tells me it was a rhetorical, non-sincere question. So
Yeah. From another empty pile of clothes who imagines that I care about what their opinion is.
I've got thick skin. If they need to get it out, if that makes them feel better, have at it. You can sling it at me all day, and I'll just listen with a grin. Go ahead.
Good fucking point.
If that makes you feel better, I'm not opposed just to that on a human level. Get it out, man.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Yeah. Especially if it makes you drive like less of an asshole on the freeway.
Oh, amen. Amen. Talking to a guy that has to handle an 18-wheeler every day, I appreciate that sentiment for sure.
July is going to be awesome. Well spoken, gents. Thank you, Simon. Thank you much. Out I'm here being in and out doing something special. Tee hee. Whoa. Ooh, ISIS. I know what that. Yeah, I sent you the screenshot of that last night. The little project she has. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And guys,
if I'm thinking of the right one.
Guys, I want to reiterate, anything that you have seen us do, we do not endorse you marking yourselves up permanently. But if you do, join our Discord. Maybe one of the wonderful mods can drop the link in the chat. Our Discord is, for the time being, open to the public. If you think you may be one of us, you like to hang out with the spooky kids, join us on our private Discord. Again, hopefully somebody will drop the link. I should have been better prepared, but I'm not. And you can join us in there. And if you do get inked up, post a picture and we'll send you something cool. But I was the first, just so you know. Number one, right here, this motherfucker.
Easy there, Tiger.
Power scroll activated. Very behind on comments, guys. Please bear with me. Us? Me?
Uh-oh. Simon confessed. Look. Go down right there.
So I have a confession. I recently got inked too. Did you post a picture of your ink in the Discord, Simon? Because you should. Well, I mean, unless it's NSFW. Virtual Virgo. My juicy girl, she says, hi, spooky kids. Hi.
Hello.
Looks like nobody on YouTube. Yeah, gosh. YouTube reach sucks, but as we develop the channel more, that's going to change. Quicker and shit on a brass doorknob. Claudia, what's going on, my dear? Damn it, I wish I could come to the meet and greet. I think it's going to be pretty much an annual thing. So,
There's always next year.
and there will always be a next year. So, you know, start making plans. Put some money aside and make it happen. We'd love to have you. Coffee Time says, hey,
Hello.
what's going on, Coffee Time? No arguments with coffee. Coffee is one of the holy trinity that almost makes the tragedy of life worth bearing. Coffee, tacos, and chocolate.
Well, they don't have futures markets on two of those for nothing.
Good point. Good point. I'm going to join in on the video.
Oh, that's awesome. Simon, hell yes. The trolls can burn me. I'm British, so I'm used to it. Fuck yeah.
That is so awesome, Simon. I can't wait to see you. We can't wait to see you.
Speaking of the British stiff upper lip type of sayings that I liked, I think it was Winston Churchill's statement, and I think it was during, he was commenting on the whole World War II hell, and he says, if you're going through hell, keep going. And that's always kind of that quote, and I'm hoping I'm not misquoting it or assigning it to the wrong person, but
No, I think
I'm
you got it.
fairly certain that's who it was.
Yeah.
If I fuck up, sue me. I'm a human being. But yeah, I've always loved that saying because, you know, the operative word is through, and the only way to get through it is to keep going through that tunnel to get to the other side. There's an end to it.
Dark Storm, I apologize. I didn't realize you were Vampire Queen, so you updated your handle. I see. Jacqueline, what's going on, my dear?
Oh, sorry to hear that your date canceled.
What?
Yep. Stupid person.
That is lame. Look, he better have broken an ankle or something.
He better be in the hospital. That's a bad thing to say, but anyway.
Better have a good reason.
That's too bad. I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hopefully, you can hang out with some friends here and cushion the blow of that. So
Absolutely. Would you stand her up on a first date?
I wouldn't
fuck
stand
no?
up anybody on a first date. I think that's just shitty politics, person to person, personally.
It is. It absolutely is. Zombie dog, gotta head back to clock. I'll be back soon. Will be here, my dear. Claudia, hey sire, I went to a local Comic-Con. That is super cool. We actually plan to, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. If I didn't, oops. I am interested in getting a I Bleed Mercury booth later this year during Comic-Con season. We'll see if we can make it happen. Your silence tells me I didn't mention it.
Well, I'm trying to interpret what Simon's saying there, so I was
So do you have
multitasking
more?
and my processor slowed down. I apologize.
When do you get a hint?
I'm not sure to what he refers.
Yeah. Simon, we're not picking up what you're putting down. What do you mean by hint? About 5 p.m. here in New York City. What's the weather like out there? Is it clear and warm, or is it rainy?
So I was told not to go outside a half an hour ago because it was coming down pretty good.
Was it?
Yep.
Sheila says, Father D, you're awesome.
Aw.
Christy, I can't wait to give you a big squeeze, my dear. Katie wants to know about your eye. There's a story there, isn't there?
Well, there's a couple of different stories. There's a personal story to it, and there is a mythos to it, just for the I Bleed Mercury project we're doing. So I'll give you a personal hint. So this is a roundabout tribute to someone who's very close to me. And it was a childhood trauma for them, and me being close to them, being near the same age, just barely into adulthood, I shouldered a lot of that trauma with them. So when I thought up of my role in I Bleed Mercury, this is a small tribute to them, and that's as far as I'll go for now.
Rice Guy says, who is your friend, DL? This is a very dear friend of mine. You know, people throw around brother from another mother a lot. I kind of suspect it's overused, but it's definitely the case with us. We have been friends for decades. Friend just seems so flat, and like we've shared a powerful chunk of life together, and he is the drummer for I Bleed Mercury, among other things. Tammy, happy impending birthday. Let's see, just over 6 hours for us. 41 years young. Happy birthday, Tammy.
Happy
You
birthday.
are in the Discord, right? We will make a happy birthday post for you. Happy to do that. Darkstorm, aka Vampire Queen. Yes, you may. There you go. There's a little nibble for you. Jen says, hey, is that Tennessee here? TN?
Oh, yeah, that's
Am
the
I-
abbreviation for Tennessee, yeah. But I'm not sure if it's an abbreviation for something else or the state. TN here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to run all the acronyms in my head, and I can't think of one that matches.
Jen, I'm just curious if you are the same Jen that I am friends with on Facebook. Guys, feel free to join me on Facebook, DL Mercury on Facebook, Instagram, I Bleed Mercury, YouTube, I Bleed Mercury Official, Twitter. We're slutty little hoes. We're everywhere. But yeah, Jen, what do you mean by TN? I'm not sure what that means.
Too new here? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Artie, yes you may. Feast your eyes. Broken Soul, thank you, my friend. Yes, it is good to be back. Almost, about a 3-month hiatus. We had to go and build a proper launch pad for this thing. Katie says, power scroll your mom.
Yeah, that is a phrase that just fits way too perfectly with some deviant thoughts. We have a cup of coffee. We have a cup of coffee every day when I wake up. That's right.
Rise Guy, thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. Stay tuned, guys. What we're going to bring this year, and especially going into next year, is going to far eclipse last year. As I said, we had to take a hiatus to build a proper foundation to give, I believe, Mercury the launch that it deserves. And we have successfully done that. Simon, thank you for the roses, my friend. So stay tuned, because this machine is finally going to start chugging along at speed.
So, pinned comment from Onyx Raven says, drop where you're from. What do you want to do about that one?
Well, you mean what is my response?
Yeah.
I have materialized from the ether through the sands of time. I am from everywhere and nowhere. Jazz hands.
You know, I might have heard
And your
something
mom.
similar. Oh, Lord. I might have heard something similar. That phrase seems familiar to me.
Katie. Hey, death stare, if nothing to worry about. Look at that, Father DeMori getting some love.
You guys are all so kind. I'm happy to be back.
Keep it coming. Thank you, Christy. Says yes, coffee. I love Father DeMori. I love him too. Very much. Geez, you guys are killing me. What the hell? Bad Anonymous, what about
Hey,
eating licorice and juggling onions? Like, you know, a worse nightmare. With no clothes on, in a labyrinth of nasty, putrid man toes.
with plumber clowns running to and fro.
Yeah, there you go. Worst nightmare. Face planting into coffee.
Yep. Because I sure can't pour it accurately first thing in the morning, so that's kind of how it happens.
Dead Girl, aka Amethyst, asked me about rituals.
You feel free to elaborate if you wish. People are probably waiting to hear.
Power scroll activated.
Yeah, we're probably really behind,
Yeah.
as always.
Telly says, look,
Looking.
tracking, not receiving.
My target. Recalibrating. Yeah, my targeting system here is offline.
Kaliho, we're back and we're bad. You're hot and we're mad.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad either. I didn't know what else to say. Stop hounding me. Yep, we are back, my dear. Every Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Not tomorrow because we got a band meeting to work out some shit. But that's a good thing, trust me. DL, you're such a sassy ass. Is that true? You've known me for many years. Is that true?
Not when you first wake up. That's for sure. I can tell. I can tell when this man has finally come up, full power, fully booted up. Let's say is when he starts getting smart alecky. So, if he starts firing back at me, it's a good sign he's finally here.
Yeah, it is. It's not easy to do what I do and then be available during the daytime. But as they say, it is what it is.
Yeah, and it isn't what it isn't.
And
I just stay out of his way till his generator comes up to full power, and I know when that is, when he starts getting sassy, as you put it.
Immortal Claudia is...
Living up in Tennessee. Oh, so it is Tennessee.
That's for Claudia. Jen, I'm still... Jen, you left us hanging.
Or maybe she didn't, and we just haven't got to the multi-mega scrolls we haven't got to comments yet.
Katie just tapped out her second 1,000 likes Thank you so much, Katie. You are fucking amazing. Well, let's see. You're British, right? So it would be fecking, I believe. You guys have hours over there?
And if she's British, it'd be fucking brilliant. Not
fucking
amazing.
brilliant.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Right.
Deep Diver says, lichen, I am.
Hey. We welcome all sorts.
You know, and that's so apropos, Dead Girl in Tennessee. A lot of ghosts in Tennessee. Onyx from creepy Connecticut. Ditto with Connecticut.
Hey, from Indiana.
And that is Agent 007 from Indiana.
Oh, so everybody's dropping one. So Minnesota,
Christy.
Australia.
We have a lot of friends in Australia. It's super cool. Is that Jahash or
Real long, drawn out Jahash.
Jahash from Australia. Home to everything that will fucking kill you. And one thing I cannot wait to visit Australia, the beaches, the sharks, the spiders, the snakes, the sun, the desert.
Oh
I can't
my.
wait. Let's see if I can smuggle a Sydney funnel web back to the States. I wonder if that's, you know if that's illegal? Probably is.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to declare? I don't know. Here you go.
Yeah, they
Are you an arachnophobe?
You probably would be in a room where they wouldn't find you for a good long time. That's right.
Oh, they'll never. I will not be contained. You'll never catch me, Copper Shay. Yeah.
Isn't up to you, pal. Isn't up to you.
They won't get me.
Just saying, it isn't up to you all the time.
They won't get me.
Okay.
I'll fucking go mist on him.
I'd say that too.
Simon George, I need to restart Insta, a photography-based one though. Simon, where are you at? At some point, we would like to partner with a good photographer. Our former photographer, videographer, Brett, great guy, but he's had to pull back and focus on his own business.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Jess Hay from ME, that's
Maine.
Maine, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Where I have been looking at a lot of real estate lately.
So, the guy from the Mako podcast asked me who are some drummer inspirations for me. So let's see. Nick Menza, he's God. A lot of my drummers are dead now that I looked up to. So Nick Menza's gone. He was the drummer for Megadeth. He was the guy when I saw him playing on a drum cage with chains hanging down, holding his cymbals. I said, I want to do that. I want to be a drummer. So I have to, and I met him. Real nice guy. Too bad he's passed away. Then, of course, I like Vinnie Paul from Pantera. The drummer from Lamb of God, another good drummer from Devil Driver. Different genre from the heavier metal stuff or the death metal stuff. I like Ken Jay from Static X. I like Rob Zombie's drummer, John Tempesta. Got his start in Exodus way back in the day. His
brother was...
Mike Tempesta from Powerman 5000. Let's see. I think that runs pretty much the gamut. There's a studio cat that no one's ever heard of back in the day called Dave Weckl. Good studio drummer. Just blew my mind when I was a kid. I know I'm forgetting some, but those are a few.
Nick Oshiro was great for Static X as well.
Yeah, he was too, yep.
Katie, don't worry about prying, my dear. I think we're pretty open to just about any question you could think of.
Absolutely.
Agent 007, what clans are represented here? The I Bleed Mercury Coven. On that note, guys, our Discord is open. If you'd like to join, perhaps one of the mods can drop the Discord link in the comments, or you should just be able to go into your Discord and search I Bleed Mercury, and we would love to have you be a part of our spooky little family, the I Bleed Mercury Coven. Bat Anonymous, is it ugly? It is ugly here in New York. Been cloudy all day. Wish it would rain. My garden could use it. I have actually never been to New York City. I would go during the summer because I hate the winter. I cannot stand to be cold. What was that?
I was just
Sir?
going to ask, what would you grow in a garden in New York City? 'Cause I know that
Tomatoes.
real estate's real. Well, if it's in the city, I probably have a very stereotypical picture in my head of New York City, but if stereotypes are even where close to the truth, I thought that real estate was at a premium. You know, you can't just like have a bunch of lawn. You know, people have loft gardens, right, up on their apartment flats or whatever. So, what do you grow up there? Or maybe I'm just being ignorant, and you have a suburban, you know, part of New York City that I'm unaware of. We have regular old garden. You grow corn or tomatoes or asparagus or whatever you can grow there. Let us know.
Christy is a true blessing amongst the coven. She is a true diamond. Simon, I could not agree more.
Agreed.
That woman is a pillar of strength. She has demonstrated strength and poise that I find envious. And she is a beautiful soul. Gigi Wink says, "Hi, how are you? I am better than I deserve, my dear. How you doing, Mr. Demory?"
I am good. I am trying to track all these comments because it's amazing how many, you know, 2-sentence profound kindnesses you can get in a row.
I know.
So I'm just kind of, you know, at a loss sometimes.
It's overwhelming. You want to give each comment its due, but when it's so overwhelming and fills you with such gratitude, and the comments are rolling by, son of a bitch, it's difficult to give each person the due that you feel that they deserve.
Yeah, and then you have comments like kind of like, you know, where that people fire back at each other in good nature here, you know, and it's good to see that too.
Lisa Young says, "Howdy. Howdy, my dear. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday evening. Hope all is well in your world. Welcome to the live stream. The weekend I Bleed Mercury live stream with myself, D.L. Mercury, vocalist and guitar player for cyber metal band I Bleed Mercury out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Next to me is my partner in crime and dearest friend of decades now, Mr. Father Demory on drums. You can find us here on TikTok every Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Tomorrow we're taking a break from the live stream to convene in the shadows to plan and scheme and plot, take care of some logistics so that we can get this thing off the ground properly. But next week it'll be a regular recurring schedule. Lisa Young, where are you at, my dear? Where are you from? Onyx Raven, it's rainy. The rain I don't mind too much, but the snow is just, and the extreme cold just, it hurts my butt cheeks. Christy says, "I'll sell merch for you." I mean, you get no complaint from me. Yes, guys, we have a merch store too. The Your Mom Loves I Bleed Mercury coffee cup. I've got to get that. Jacqueline, referring to Mr. Questionable, who stood her up, says his excuse made no sense. I feel like no one is ready for the heat I'm bringing. I'm going to need a moist towelette and a bathroom break.
There's some scorch marks.
Yeah. I mean, what the hell? Listen, guy, douchebag, asshole, stand-upper. That was not cool. And that was not cool, and you a fool.
Let's see, if you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't slow down. Something before the devil even knows you're there.
Knows you're there.
Oh yeah, I like that elaboration. Very much an improvement. Love it.
Simon, question please. Good place for a date in Salt Lake City.
Oh,
There is actually quite a nightlife in Salt Lake City. I don't personally partake in it. If you can believe that, I really don't. But when it comes to date night, going out on the town, you have many great options. Go ahead.
it depends on what you want to do. If you want to just go sightseeing, or if you want a romantic dinner, or if you want, just to go somewhere for a quiet picnic, Simon, get a hold of DL. We'll hook you up with some ideas. Hopefully, that'll suffice. Comment above that. Dead girl. Does father have an Instagram? I unfortunately do not. Don't know if I'll get one in the future.
We have an I Bleed Mercury Instagram, and you may see commentary or posts from any of us on there. Just keep an eye out. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Eric says it's cowardly. I have a feeling that's in reference to another comment Eric
Or maybe
made.
this stand upper guy or something. I don't know. We scroll through these so fast it's hard to keep track sometimes,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Todd from the Mako podcast, that's the Middle Aged and Creeped Out podcast. Guys, go check out that podcast. The Middle Aged and Creeped Out podcast. If you're into the strange, the unexplained, ghost stories, hauntings, these guys do some great work in the field of investigation of hauntings. Todd says, I love that quote from Winston Churchill, and it's true.
Yeah, I've had to cling by my spiritual fingernails to that quote because I wanted to give up so many times. It was one of the things that I would focus on to try and get through whatever it was.
You know what's amazing about that?
And it's not the only thing, but it was one of the things.
You know what's amazing about that?
What's
You
that?
could have never seen in those fucking dark moments that you and I have both suffered through, that we would one day enjoy this, where so many people we're giving love and appreciation and gratitude to people, and we've got this incredible positive feedback loop going.
Hey, I prefer this to the alternative any day. Any day.
What I'm saying is that the fact that we were able to endure those storms, we could be there for other people who maybe are lonely, they're going through a rough time.
Absolutely. I'd be anybody's anchor, especially if
We
someone
could
going
not
through the
have
same-
seen that from there. But,
Oh yeah.
But here we are, now we're in a position to be able to be there for other people who maybe are lonely, they're hurting, they're going through rough times.
Well, so
That's pretty amazing.
it is, and one of the things that, even if you're going through something right now, for example, let's say, I'm sure that everybody hurts on a given day on many different levels. It's not like it's always a super crisis or, anything from a super crisis, let's say, to you're in the doldrums, right? If you're hurting and you want to break out of that rut or cycle, some of the easiest and best cure is to do something nice for somebody. Doesn't have to be
Emphatically, I agree.
Doesn't have to be anybody you even care for. It could be. It's funny how effective it is if it's somebody that you don't like, and you see them as a human being after you do something nice for them. It sure disarms you, and it sure makes you feel better, and it makes you forget and dulls whatever's bringing you down. So try that one.
That is amazing, and I'm so glad that you said that because, okay, regarding the age-old question, what is love? And it's a question that is difficult to answer. What is to define love is not easy. You can say that it's a profound respect, admiration, a sharing of mutual warmth and affection, but the descriptions that people give when they're posed this question, at least in my opinion, fall flat. When I try to define it, I have difficulty. You know what it is, but it's difficult putting it into words what it is. And it recently occurred to me that I get a lot closer to understanding what pure and true love is when I describe what it is in action. And I thought to a time where I had just burned my life to the ground and was in the very early stages of rebuilding it. Little did I know that it would launch me into the stratosphere far beyond anything, a life far beyond anything I ever allowed myself to believe was possible. But I thought, well, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on that. We'll just say that I sent out into the universe a prayer, a wish, whatever you like, that some very twisted people who deeply harmed me as a child, that wherever they were, in this world or beyond, that they had finally come to know some measure of peace. And something clicked for me, and I realized that that's got to be pretty damn close to what love is in action, is to be able to extend forgiveness to somebody who has harmed you, even if, maybe especially if, you don't like them very much. If you can practice that, it's not easy. I'm not going to spew a bunch of happy horseshit and pretend that it's easy to do. I think it takes practice. But I think that's when I feel as though I'm getting closer to what love is. Being able to answer that question by defining it in terms of what it is in action, is being able to extend forgiveness or assistance or charity to somebody, even though it may not seem that they deserve it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that what you said just kind of sparked
absolutely.
that.
I mean, if in a nutshell, if you feel, if there's days you feel worth less, and I know from experience that those happen on occasion, for whatever reason, and you help somebody, it's very simple math to have the one thought in your head of, boy, I'm really no good to anybody. Then you go, wait a minute, I made that person smile.
That's right.
So,
and look at all these people who come here and show up because they tell us we make them feel good, and they
Well,
make us feel good.
I sure don't want to let anybody down, that's for sure.
Raven, what's up, my girl? The lovely Raven says, what's up? Raven, I would send tackle hugs your way, but I am 6'2". I would put you on your back, my dear. The amazing Raven, her channel is just blown up. It's incredible. Raven is wonderful, and we absolutely adore her. Raven, my dear, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Welcome to the live stream. Our brother Simon says, I'll troll the trolls in Welsh.
Which, ironically, might be their native language, depending on which culture, how far back you go.
We're not going to get into any sheep shagging jokes, are we?
I advise against it.
Yeah. Eric says, having Mercury for blood has to be cool.
Oh, yeah. I'd imagine. How is it?
About 58.6. Well, Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Or Kelvin.
Ooh, even better.
That'd be kind of cold.
Yeah.
56
Yeah,
Kelvin.
yeah.
You would be bleeding anything.
Yeah.
You just have a fractured rupture and you'd be frozen spinning through
Yeah.
space.
Yes, please do a meetup in the UK. I agree with Simon.
Ooh, God, that would be so cool.
You know, depending on how far we're able to get this thing to go, that is on the table.
Claudia says, come to Tennessee. Love to do that too.
Guys,
gotta-
we want to go everywhere. And moving, we're laying the groundwork to be able to, hopefully, if this thing continues to blow up, we'll be able to do just that. And we're laying the groundwork for that as we speak. Bat Anonymous, the meetup will be here in Salt Lake City, July 7th and 8th. Coven, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Is your coat a coat or I have a free cloak like it? This is actually a coat. Do I want to stand up and show it?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, to answer the question, this is, I don't know if you can see it. It kind of goes down to halfway. So it is actual coat. It's not a cloak. So,
Good.
very inexpensive one, but I like it. Most things about me are pretty simple.
I have been known to wear $30 jeans, a $500 watch, which is not that expensive as far as watches go, and $600 shoes, and a $5 t-shirt. Which, I don't know, that's just
Too rich for my blood.
interesting to me.
Hey, I'm not here to
None
yuck.
of-
I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. You do you, and if that's what makes you happy, more power to you, man.
Oh, none of that shit means anything ultimately. It ain't gonna make you happy.
Yeah.
I romanced
It's
all
hard-
that kind of
It's hard to
fantasy
it's hard to
land whole shit,
define it,
horseshit.
but yeah, I mean, all things being equal, you should have something besides material things make you happy. Because I
Absolutely.
think that may be healthier for most people involved.
100%.
But I can't speak for everybody. So if there's the one person in their life that gets like, 6 months of elation from buying a shirt that they like, I'm gonna shit on their party? No, I'm gonna let them be happy
I
for
would-
the damn shirt. I might not be able to understand it, and I'd love to. I sometimes would love
mean,
to
if
switch
that's all it
places.
took.
I'd love to switch places with them sometimes because, man,
That,
trying to be happy for me, it's an ongoing battle, man.
That question was from Rose Swanson.
Oh, So I hope that answered your question, and very inexpensive, $30 coat, nothing special. It's been repaired many times, but so it's probably about $100 coat with all the repairs, but $30 on Amazon.
Power scroll your mom. Coffee time, we are doing amazing. Just hanging out with all you lovely people here in the I Bleed Mercury Coven. Rise Guy, you are amazing. That gets a screenshot. Thank you so much. I love you too.
We need to get back to the bottom, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. We just got to Simon's confession. We've seen that. So
Oh, yeah, we got to see that, Simon. Please post. Power scroll activated. Thank you guys for being patient.
okay.
Burning questions, just keep reposting if we miss them, guys. Meta Romaine, my dear, says, please don't power scroll past me. So glad to see you. I am so glad you're back. Yes, we were on hiatus for 3 months, a long freaking time, but we are back now. Saturdays and Sundays, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. Kaliho, DL, we made our vampy, campy, and a tad bit trampy tees.
Oh,
No! So sometime back, she had suggested that that would be a good t-shirt design.
Oh. Well, get to it, huh?
Indeed. My dear Evie, I am doing fantastic. How about yourself? Good to see you here in the live stream. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday night. Mods, time check.
20 minutes.
Yep. Christine, firstly, the honor, the pleasure is ours. Thank you for making our day.
Oh,
Thank you for allowing us into your life for a spell. It is an honor.
go the other way, all the way down to the bottom.
What is Father D's story? This is from Cleho. I am intrigued.
Boy, that is about a broad question as
There's
you
a
could
lot
have
there.
asked. You're going to have to whittle it down for me to answer, but I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. A little more specific, my story. Boy, I've got a lot of stories. So bullseye a little bit better for me, and I'll fire back, and hopefully satisfy a more pointed question.
And Christine, your lovely comment gets a screenshot. Guys, when you share love and appreciation, we're capturing screenshots, and we plan to use this for content in the future, so you just may be immortalized. Todd from the Mako podcast, that's the Middle Aged and Creeped Out podcast. DL and Father need to come to our podcast live show in October. I saw that. I saw your Facebook post about that, Todd. Will definitely be some creepy fun. I would love to be able to make it out there and hang out with you guys. I think that would be a blast.
Where is that?
You guys are in, I want to say Indiana. Please correct me, Todd, where that's going to be going down. Christine, singing and songwriting make me happy.
Amen to that. It's a labor of love for us. Hey, so Siggy writes, you should get Father Demori a cool blue priest collar for his stage look, laugh out loud. You know, I considered some kind of nod to this gentleman here. That's a very good suggestion, though. I'll consider it. You need a priest collar. That would be
Seconded
dope.
by Kaliho.
You know, I'll think about it. I want to do something like that, but not so. I don't know if I could borrow from that completely and feel at peace. I'd have to do something.
Thank you for the light zombie doll.
Yeah, I'd have to do something like it. So I'll consider that suggestion. Believe me, it's been knocking around in my noggin to do something like that, but haven't found an altered version that satisfies my own personal spirit of it. So,
Virtual Virgo, aka my juicy girl, thank you so much for the kind words, my dear. Truly, thank you so much. Jacqueline, pit stop in Arkansas. I want to go everywhere too. That makes two of us. I want to go everywhere that's, as long as it's not terribly cold. That's my first question. Is it cold? If it isn't cold, I'm down. Minted lamb.
So it'd be a screaming lamb to you, right? Because the mint just yells at you.
Yeah, yeah. Which I like mint chocolate chip. If it's not
That's
cheap.
more of a mint.
Yeah,
I'm mint here.
Yeah.
Not the screaming
Right.
bully mint that you were
Yes.
describing earlier. Okay,
Yes.
I've got
Yes.
it. Got that sorted, as they say.
Catherine says, live long and prosper. Thanks for sharing true love. Catherine, what a lovely comment. That gets a screenshot. Thank you so much for letting us into your life and sharing a little bit of your weekend with us. Guys, you know, out of everything that you could and probably should be doing on the weekend, you're here hanging out with us, and that means the world to us. Thank you so much for the love, the kindness, the support. This has become so much more than I ever anticipated. I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah.
We are not new to music, but we've never encountered anything even remotely like this. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thanks for the butterflies from Sweet Butterfly.
Sweet butterfly kisses. Another OG.
And thank you for the rose from Epic Wife. Awesome screen handle, by the way.
Brother, ever since I found you here, you have brought immense joy to me. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. Hey, you know, we may not be new in the music scene, but we're kind of new to this social, you know, these live streams, and at least I am very, very new to it, and it is very cool to be part of it, and it's very rewarding. So, any way we can bring joy, ain't no skin off my nose to do that.
Yeah, this is huge, and we're just gonna strive with all of our might to be worthy of it. Sorry, your words always go to my heart, and you're one amazing vampire. I mean, Katie, thank you so much, my dear. You are absolutely incredible, and we just adore you.
That's a good, very definition of love from Siggy. She says, I define love as I'm a better person because that person or they're in my life. And I would have to agree. If you find yourself growing, at peace, feeling more joy around that person, yeah, you love that person.
Kaliho, I personally agree. I'm not selling anything. I'll answer honestly if somebody asks me, but I lived in a very dark, unhappy place for well over 4 decades, and it wasn't until massive chunks of pain humbled me enough that I was willing to accept new ideas and put them into action consistently, and my life became something that I could have never imagined, would have never believed was possible. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. You know, like I said, I'm not selling anything. You do you. I'm doing what has brought me success, and if somebody gets something out of it, that's great. If not, hey, that's fine too. Meta Romaine, it is good to see you back again as well, my dear. Every Saturday and Sunday we'll be here 2 p.m. Mountain Standard. We're having a logistics band meeting tomorrow, but we'll be back next week on that regular schedule. Todd says, DL, you are too kind for the nice words about our podcast. You are a true friend of mine and Mako. It is an honor, my friend, truly. I would, if we can swing it, I would love to get out there in October and meet with you guys. And I absolutely consider you a friend as well. Michael, what's going on, man? Good to see you here again. Says being humble is always good. Maybe it's different for different people. For me, that's true. My ego oftentimes has been my worst enemy. The lovely Christine says...
Oh, man. So sorry, Christine, about hearing about your dad and the divorce. That's, boy. You know, it's pretty shitty that the universe won't let you take a breather sometimes from one tragedy to the next, so I really feel for you. You're just picking yourself up from one and it hits you with another. So I remember an acquaintance of mine. You know, I've always been kind of a little impatient in my life, and it's caused me a lot of pain, my downfalls. And he told me one time, he said, look, the only things that happen fast are bad things. And boy, it doesn't even have to be you being impatient. The universe can just throw it at you. So I am so sorry to hear about your loss.
Christine, keep showing up. There's some wonderful people here, and we're going to love on you.
Yep.
And I think that I'm pretty confident that if you give us a chance and you keep showing up, you're going to be glad you did. You will look back and find that you made a decision that brought more friends and more love and positivity into your life, and how can that be a bad thing? Unless you don't like love and positivity. I know I didn't. I spent most of my life being addicted to my own tragedies. Christy said IBM got me through my toughest days. Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's
Wow.
what it's all about. So while DL absorbs this, I'm gonna, as his good friend, speak for him. You guys see him here every week, or have in the past, gotten to know him. But every day I talk to this good guy here, and don't let him fool you. You wouldn't believe the impact you guys have on him, and sometimes it's hard for him to. He sacrifices a lot just to try and make sure that he is doing exactly that. Getting you through some tough times. Not that we, purposefully go out to do that, but it's good to know that as a matter of course, as a matter of what we do and the people we try to be, that it helps some of you. And I know that I am going to try to strive in lockstep to help him help you guys. Like I said, if and it's not as noble as as you might think either. There's something in it for me, if I'm being completely honest. I like to make people feel good. I like to help people out of the muck because I've been there, and it's kind of an obligation to me and to you all that I tell you that it's not devoid of having a self-serving side to it. No matter what you say, I just do this for whatever good deed it is. I do this because I want to make others happy. I do this. Yeah, you do, but you also want to make you happy too, or else you wouldn't do it. If there was nothing in it, even spiritually for yourself, if we're all being honest, I feel that we have to acknowledge that there is at least a mechanism of reward to why we do almost everything, or else we wouldn't do it. And I remember a counselor of mine told me, he says, how do you separate that if you always feel like there's something in it for you and you're conflicted with that? How do you do good things? I said, well, the best way I can describe it is as long as you maximize the benefit for the person you're doing it for and minimize the benefit for you, I think that's the closest you can get. So hope that helps everybody.
Sweet Butterfly Kisses, thank you for the doves. I think they were doves.
Could have been butterflies.
Very, very well said. Were they butterflies?
I don't know.
Jacqueline, thank you so much, my dear. That got a screenshot for sure. She says, this is why I love it here. You guys have the sweetest, most genuine spirits. Jacqueline, thank you so much. I will speak for myself. That was not always the case. I have filled my life with terrible, shameful deeds. I spent the majority of my life abusing myself, using and abusing everyone around me. It has been a long road through hell. And I am overwhelmed with gratitude that I could be here with all of you now. Because it didn't look too good for me for a time. And the fact that I live what I can only call a life that's overflowing with blessings is very humbling, fills me with gratitude and a sense of responsibility. That responsibility specifically being that I need to strive to be worthy of you guys' love and appreciation, your time, your valuable time that you spend with us here on the weekend when you could be hanging out, going to the club, watching TV, whatever. Here you are hanging out with us, and it is an honor. We do not take it lightly, and we'll never let you forget how grateful we are for it. Isis, my dear, you go ahead and take care of what you got to, and we will catch you on the flip, my dear. Much love. Listen to 7 Deadly Sins podcast. It's amazing.
Oh.
First episode is Warren Jeffs. Ooh. Yeah, Warren Jeffs, the believe the FLDS
Later.
polygamous leader from Utah, these parts. Dead Girl, you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for coming in, my dear. Much love. Much love to you. Okay, one more and then we'll power
Don't worry,
scroll.
we'll hook you up. Simon, that sounds like it'd be a good endeavor. Look forward to seeing you in July.
Siggy, this live stream is my early birthday present. Seeing Sire's face is all the present I need. Siggy, you are so fucking amazing, my dear. I call her my Siggy because there's only one.
Right on.
She made the in like Photoshop or something the DL Mercury simp card,
Oh.
like an ID card. Yeah, it was super cool. Michael, this is Father DeMori, dear friend of many years, decades now. I think I can say with complete confidence, when you say something like this, you always want to pause. You want to make sure you're not dishonoring somebody else. But
Right.
I don't think there's any other friend we have the deepest history, the longest, deepest history by far of any other
Yep.
person in my life, with the exception of one man. And actually, that's not even really true.
At the very least, guys, I think that, DL's very kind to say he wants to be worthy of you. I have to kind of nudge him a little with that comment because, to be worthy of somebody, I bristle at a comment like that because he means it with good intention, but I think everybody's worth something, and to be worth it for somebody else is almost taking some of your worth away. But I know what he means by saying it, and I'm not really trying to, nitpick too much about what you said. But at the very least, if we make you feel better after you leave here than when you came to the live stream every week, that would acceptable.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, acceptable goal reached.
Christine, my dear, she says, I'm so glad you guys are here. I was just thinking about you. You are truly awesome. Christine, it is an honor to have you in our live streams, to have you in our lives. So thank you for letting us be a part of your life. We're scrolling to the top here. Tammy, thank you for all of the gifts and the likes. Kaliho, well, DL and Padre, I'm on call for a hospice tonight. Gotta run. Love you both.
All right.
Kaliho, thank you so much, my dear.
Hospice workers. Wow.
Yeah.
What a noble, selfless profession that is.
No kidding.
Much respect and much, good wishes for your safety and health to continue to do the good work you do.
Katie says, we'll miss you during the week. The weekend will come here. It'll be here before you know it. Got just a few minutes left, guys. My lovely friends of the I Believe Mercury Coven. A lot of us have gone through some awful things, and IBM definitely brought happiness to a lot of us. Oh my gosh. Zombie Doll, thank you so much, my dear. It's certainly become more and appears to be on its way to becoming much more than I ever thought it would or could. Love you guys. Thank you for the time and opening up to us. Rock on, brothers. That gets a screenshot for sure. Thank you so much, Bacon Dive. You are awesome. Bat Anonymous, we love you too. Thank you. You fucking rule. You fucking rule. Insane. You ever, I think, about a Chili Pepper cover band?
I've got a bad disease. And from the soul is where I bleed. I'm just doing that because I'm trying to get under this man's skin.
You know what?
They're-
I have the highest respect for that band. They've achieved great success. Their fans love them, and they worked hard for it.
Hey.
The music doesn't. really excite me, but hey,
There's a couple of songs of theirs that I like, and I've actually covered one in my lifetime. So,
clearly, you did it well.
oh, I was just messing around.
Tammy says, for me, DL has helped me have the strength to fight for Kathleen and what's best for her. Thank you. Tammy, thank you so much. I wish I could be there, you know, snap to where you need me when you need me. But I'm doing my best. But again, Tammy, it's an honor. Thank you for letting us in your life. Katie, my life has gotten significantly better since I found DL and IBM. You're amazing, Katie. Thank you so much.
Comment above it.
And I resemble that remark.
Look at the comment above it.
Siggy, this coven is saving my soul because I know I'm not alone anymore.
Hey,
Wow.
you know, you guys, there's something to be said about you guys too. You guys support each other as well. And that's what's so good about watching you guys, you know, prop each other up as well. Good bunch of people. Hopefully we can grow it.
Simon, humble and very noble words, Demori. I tilt my hat to you both. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Epic Wife, thank you for the hearts, my dear. Great to have you in the live stream. Epic Wife, another OG. DL is just a big softie, says Zombie Doll. Oh, shucks.
Got him pegged.
Christine says, thank you so much. I love this. You made me cry happy tears. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Christine, you blow my mind, my dear. Don't go anywhere. We're not going to let you leave. Wait. I hope that didn't sound too creepy. I seem to have no inner monologue. We love having you here and being a part of your life and you being a part of ours. Stick around. Bat Anonymous, brother, I gotta run. Much love to you and Father D. See you next week.
Much love, much love.
Much love, my friend. See you next Saturday. All I love. See.
We got a latecomer. Too bad. We'll have to hit him up next week.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, if you're just showing up. Hi, what's happening? New here? Is that Ryan? Ryan? Yeah, Ryan Undead. For those who are just showing up, I do apologize. We have come to the end of the live stream. I am DL Mercury, guitar player and vocalist for cyber metal band I Bleed Mercury. Out of Salt Lake City, Utah, this is my dear friend, brother, partner in crime, and drummer for I Bleed Mercury, Father Demori. We are laying the foundation for a proper launch that is going to blow your hair back. And stick around. More will be revealed very soon. We go live here on the TikToks every Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are convening tomorrow for a band meeting to engage in some logistical work to make this launch happen. But next week, the live streams will happen according to a regular schedule. Head on over to our YouTube channel. That's I Bleed Mercury Official on YouTube. To check out our YouTube channel, you can listen to our music on all of the streaming services. Be sure to check that out. And we will see you guys next week. Cleho, different strokes for different folks. Just don't soil my spirit.
Yeah, if you guys want to come and just chat with us until we get some more music out before the meet and greet, this is definitely the highlight, one of the highlights of a long-time working class career musician. Do not hesitate to invite anybody else you think that could benefit from our conversations. If you feel, you know, there's somebody out there that might need a pick-me-up, bring them. Bring them. Would love to see you guys turn some people around because you guys do that, and we'll help you do that.
Christine, thank you so much, my dear. I bet you're going to be in every live stream now, right? 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 You will be in every live stream, won't you? I'm just kidding, my dear. All right, my friends, my beautiful, beautiful friends. that just about does it for us. Please join us for the live stream next week, Saturday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard. And from then on, it'll be a regular schedule, Saturday and Sunday here on TikTok, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard. You guys have a wonderful week, and we will see you very soon. Good night from I Bleed Mercury.